Hey everyone, we are just about to get started. T minus 6. We'll see you in just a moment.
Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
Hey everyone! So amazing to be here. Even more amazing that it is day one of the Scale Your Sales Master Series. And we have so much planned for you. It is going to absolutely light you up. I promise you that. And so, what I want you to do right away is tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat your name, Where are you from? So that I can see who all of these incredible people are that are going to be relaunching this week. Let me know. Let me know. So I am seeing, quickly going through here. Hello. Hello, Carol. So good to see you. And we've got Megan and Nina, Michelle. So awesome to have you here. Bree, good to see you. Susan, love it. Carol, you guys, so fun to have you. Some of these I can't tell because it's iPhone, but hey to you as well. So great. Ashley, good to see you. We have such an incredible, if I could just reach through this camera and share with you the powerhouses that are on this call, you all would be like, I'm never leaving. I'm going to stay here. This is my group. So we're welcoming Miriam. Awesome to see you. April. You guys, so great to have you. Becky, Stella, Pat. I don't know if you go by Patricia, but I'm going to give you a call out. Suella, Crystalor, Carrie. Oh, you guys, so good. Michelle, so good to have you here. All right, so buckle up, ladies, because I promise you, hi, Susan, I promise you this is going to be a wild, wild ride, okay? So what we have planned for you, shout out to my awesome team. I mean, my gosh, you guys, I just pinch myself. The gratitude is overflowing right now. And so over the next 5 days, I have to give you a lay of the land. I know you've been here, done that, all this good stuff, but you're going to be able to infuse your sales system with the groundbreaking trademarked 3HQ framework that converts leads, accelerates sales, and amplifies why we're in business, income, in a way that literally only millionaires know about. And today I want to share with you 20 plus years in the coaching industry and the knowledge that I have. So, hey, all of you VIPers. Hey to general admission. I know we're streaming everywhere. Hello, hello, hello. So who is excited? Who has like already that feeling of energy that we're going to be kicking off Scale Your Sales, this live mastery series? And I need to know right away, like this is the most important. What is your offer? What is your offer? What are you trying to sell more of? Put it into the chat. What are you? You're in business. What is your offer? Event, graphic, packages. Awesome, Susan. I love that. Crystal, I'm so pumped you're here. Okay, give me what you're skincare, power portraits, virtual hit camp. I need some of that. Jewelry. Oh, what kind? Auto accessories with my designs, life coaching. You guys, there are so many coaches. There are so many coaches signed up. There are so many online digital CEOs signed up. You name it. I mean, it's incredible. You have a wellness course. Kate, super excited to be here. I'm in real estate. Yeah, you know what? I'm headed to Orlando next week for a huge real estate conference to talk about exactly what we're talking about today and the impact that 3HQ is going to have on them. Professional organization, business coaching, self-growth. Ooh, you guys, good. And I could go on and on and on, but I am going to keep moving because for those, and I'm so glad that right now we are already, and if you're like, I just nail it. The one thing, guys, one thing, okay? And as a quick reminder for those of you right now who are trying to figure out like, hey, what is that VIP thing?
Oh, shit.
Oh, I heard that. Somebody needs to mute. Oh my God, that's so great. Thank you. Levity on day one. How much do I love that? But for those that are thinking, what the heck is that VIP thing that I mentioned at the beginning? It's after this session every single day, one-on-one coaching that you get with me, where I'm actually going to be adding more value on what we've talked about. And I have to tell you today, I'm going to be diving deeper, but a few things that I can't cover in an hour, but I can cover with that second. And I want to go into your specific things that are going on, right? That's what matters here. So $47 if you want to upgrade, put VIP. We'll get you in. Trust me, this whole thing for the next, I mean, we have so much that we're going to be bringing you. And so kudos, VIP. And if you're not, get in there, make sure you put VIP. And we're absolutely serious this week about skyrocketing your sales. And my team is here for you. So how many of you here would like to make more sales? Put money signs in the chat. If you want to add several zeros to your bank account this year and impact even more people, how good does that sound, right? So we asked you when you first came in exactly what you were looking for out of this 5-day mastery series. Did you know that over 75% of you said you're looking for sales and lead generation strategies? But here's the key, that work consistently, recurring revenue. And that's exactly what we're going to be covering in these next 5 live, I might say, live sessions. Again, this group, you have no idea who you are part of right now. That's the best part. So all you powerhouses, so happy to have you. So happy that you said yes to yourself. So happy, okay? So 1 week after applying just one of the secrets that you're going to be learning, our client inside our group coaching program, we have one, yes, the Fired Up Entrepreneur, Sarah, she got to speak at a large speakers bureau where she pitched her offer at the end, resulting in what? Mass exposure, future paid speaking opportunities, and numerous inquiries from audience members about her offer and how to work with her. Thousands of dollars generated by going all in on this specific workshop, this master series that we are going to be presenting to you. So you came, and I know you did, expecting breakthroughs, right? We want those breakthroughs, but put a yes if you already know that you're going to get some breakthroughs. You already know. I want to see yeses. Everyone should be putting yeses right now because that's why we're here. Nothing less than success, okay? So let's see, who do we have here that's all in? Alex, awesome. Yes, Libby, yes, Suella, Rosella. And by the way, we have people from all over the world. It is so incredible to have that type. Everyone's relaunching from where they are today to where they want to go. And so the content of each day that we're going to be going live builds off of another one, okay? So I want you to be sure that you are taking notes. Print out we have this Google Doc for you, because to sell out your offers, you're going to need to have right people, right message, right energy. And last but not least, the right invitation to your offer. So you're not going to want to miss even one of these incredible sessions. So make sure that they are on every single one of the days. Calendar it right now. Block them out. Commit. You're going to hear me say a lot. You got to be committed. But commit this time to you to make consistent sales of your signature offer. Because today we're going to give you the #1 millionaire secret to being seen by the right people, and talk about to actually hand pick your hot, ready to buy leads. Tomorrow After you have this creme de la creme of the right leads, I'm going to be giving you the millionaire secret to being heard by using the right message. And I'm going to show you exactly how to win hearts and minds of your leads through an unforgettable, influential messaging technique. And again, whether you're trying to crack through the 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure, or 8, these are relevant to you. So on Saturday, you're going to be getting the millionaire secret to being trusted with the right message and establish an authentic connection to qualified leads. And I'm going to show you exactly how, and more importantly, how not to break down prospect barriers, the things that don't work. You're going to hear about those to your offer. We want to accelerate your close. So Sunday, have no fear. You're going to have a brief break. And then we're going to come back for probably 2 of the most impactful sessions in this series. Monday, which is the 4th session, you're going to have the right leads, because we're going to be going through that. You're going to be using the right message, and we are going to be focusing on leveraging the right energy by leveraging the millionaire secret to being desired. The secret to becoming an irresistible magnet for high quality leads. And this is such a critical shift that you're going to need, because you're going to be selling at a higher level and have higher level leads. So in our final session Tuesday, you're going to learn the secret to being paid by using the right invitation to your offer. You're going to be crafting this one powerful sentence to make the sales and then get paid, okay? So when you think about this, when you think about all of this, I want you to really go deep. Go deep within you. Go deep within understanding that we have people like Sarah. This could be you. This will be you. And again, where we're going to cover all of these, take your camera out, take a picture of this, because everything leads one step at a time. One step at a time. And the content of each day in this live mastery series, we build one day after a next. And again, what we want to make sure is that you are attracting. You've got to be selling to your offer to the right people, the right message, the right energy. And that's what we're going to be covered. That's what's so important. So today, we are going to give you the #1 millionaire secret. Again, to handpick your hot, ready to buy leads. Okay? This is where it counts. This is where everything matters for you. So who is here because they are actually ready to be paid and to scale your business? One of our goals here at the Relaunch Co. is to actually elevate 25,000 female entrepreneurs to convert leads, accelerate sales, amplify their income in the second half of 2023. Would that be okay with you? If you did that, if you amplified your income over these next few days together, because implementing the 5 secrets that you're going to be mastering, not just like, hey, I'm getting it. No, you're going to master this week, will allow you to have this natural, easy sales so that you can, how about this? Get rid of the feast and famine, up and down. Remove self-doubts. Am I good enough? Do people actually even like what I'm doing? It's what actually allows you to actually focus your time doing the parts of your business you actually love. I would even go as far as saying it's what gives you freedom. Freedom of your time, freedom of choice, freedom to decide how you fill your days. It's what gives you security in your finances, right? Security for your family, security in knowing what you're building is actually solid. And that is what we call truly a lifestyle of success. That's where it really comes in. So I see familiar faces. I love that. And I see new faces. And as you get to really understand where we are, what we're doing, you're going to start to hear stories, and the stories are going to resonate with you because we're always open to that. And there was a time, and I have to tell you, there was a time when I was on the outside. Hey, all happy. Here's my family. Here's everything. It's great. My husband of 10 years. We've got Brady Bunch family. But what was really behind the curtain was a burned out woman in her mid-zone. I was literally full force into entrepreneurship with my fourth venture, but I was drained. I was that single mom at that point. I was still dating Eric, launching a brand new company, trying to raise capital for my next business. And I felt like I could never be fully present in any of my roles. Maybe you guys are feeling this too. You're working. You're the business owner. You're perhaps a mom, daughter, friend. I mean, I'm sure you can probably be thinking, yeah, our tanks get depleted. We start to run on empty. Well, that was me. So put in the chat if this is resonating with you. Can you relate to just burning it? So I remember actually feeling at my lowest, hiding my struggle, like trying to make sure nobody saw it, like a big secret. I was just like, oh, I got this secret. Nobody knows. Nobody needs to know. And then every time, oops, if we could just everybody hit that mute, or maybe we can do that for you. But here's the thing. I was at the point that I was actually really frustrated. I remember like, oh my God, I'm trying to hide this struggle from everyone. I got this big secret. And I would literally have people say, hey, how you doing? I'd be like, I'm fine. I'm doing just great. Oh yeah, everything's great on the outside. But I didn't like my life. I didn't like myself. And I absolutely felt trapped in all areas. So perhaps you at some time have felt trapped by your business, by other things, relaunches that were going on. And we wear so many masks. And one of the biggest masks that we wear, since we're entrepreneurs, is that entrepreneurship, it's so glamorous. Oh, you can work for yourself. It's so great. You can work for 2 hours a day, build your business around you. But let's face it, entrepreneurship can be really hard. So can I get a yes on that? Can I get a yes that it actually can be hard when we're talking about recurring revenue, when we're talking about growth, when we're talking about scaling a business? And somehow I found myself lying on a couch, no makeup on, disheveled, feeling lost, feeling defeated, embarrassed, and thinking, why is this so hard? So now I know why. We live in a push society because we will push until vision pulls. Until vision pulls. We're going to keep pushing. I was saying at that point, I was saying goodbye to pushing that comes with being this struggle bus CEO. I was done with it. I knew I had big dreams. I knew I wasn't where I was meant to be. I knew I wasn't where I thought I'd be at this point in my life. And I so desperately wanted to attract something in my life. So I got to tell you, I'm sure you're all going to be like laughing about this one. I was given by my mom the book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. It had just come out. You know the book. And I started really looking at how I was showing up. And when I started to take action that aligned with that logical head and with my emotional heart, and then I kind of tapped in to this highest self, this best version of me, I started to get aligned. I started to get aligned results, and here is when the 3HQ framework was actually born. And now, again, I teach 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneurs, even higher, in our signature program, the Fired Up Entrepreneur, to optimize the 3HQ. This headquarters that consists of head, heart, highest self. And what does it do? By leaning into this, by understanding it, by living it, it helps with your bottom line. It helps you to earn more in less time. It helps you dominate your position in the market. It helps with scaling your expertise and having this millionaire mentality so that you can achieve any revenue goal without spreading yourself so thin and feeling like that tank is always empty. So how do we do it? By leveraging the 3HQ, your headquarters, all right? That's how you do it. Again, the 3 H's are head, heart, highest self. And after these 5 days, you are going to be utilizing the Millionaire's Proven 3HQ framework. You're going to use it to scale your sales, take immediate micro actions to mega results, and become what we call in the Relaunch Tribe a financial freedom CEO. Okay? So tell me in the chat, what would financial freedom mean to you? What would it actually mean? Like, think about it. Would you spend a Wednesday afternoon going for a long hike, which I love? Or would you be getting maybe your hair done? Maybe, your nails, grabbing a coffee. Could you imagine this with a girlfriend in the middle of the day? Would you perhaps get on a plane, maybe book a trip to Italy in advance without creating an itinerary? Are you a shopper? Do you want to be able to walk in and say, you know what? I'm not waiting on that. I'm getting it. Money buys you flexibility to do what you want. So what would you do? Tell me, what would you do? If you can click the reaction tab at the very bottom, raise your hand. Raise your hand on your Zoom bar, because I would actually love to bring somebody on right now live with me. What does it look like? Can someone pop them in? What does it look like? Hello, is someone gonna pop in here? What does it look like? Who's coming on? Krista Lore, hello.
Hi, so great to be here.
Oh my gosh, so great to see you. But I want to ask you, what does financial freedom look like to you?
For me, I put it in the chat, but sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. Try to do this without coughing, but
it's extraordinary some of the things you can do.
Ruth, we got to unmute.
Yeah.
We got to mute.
Okay.
There's always one. So I will live 10 steps from the ocean. I will drink my coffee and do my journaling every morning from my front porch, just overlooking the waves, hearing the ocean. And I'm a big runner, marathon runner. So I just want to be able to run the beach and have an amazing, incredible team that supports me while I'm traveling all over to help impact other female veterans and military spouses and give them the ultimate financial future and freedom that I've been able to achieve.
Okay, we are all giving you a high five right now, because that is awesome. You're doing it for the vet women. It's, you know what? And I grew up in LA. Love the beach. Love being there. So amazing. So who else? What would it look like for others? And thank you again. That was really amazing. Who else wants to come on really fast? Then we'll keep going. I see Becky Hill has raised her hand. So Becky, can you unmute? Can you unmute? What else are you putting in here? What else is going on? Okay, I'm going to keep going because the tech isn't working. At least we heard from Krista Lore. Right on, girl. All right, so here's the thing. What I really want you to be doing is understanding that even just hearing other people and as you're creating your own, the energy, right? I often say I'm going to make you a CEO, a chief energy officer of you. So are you all ready to say goodbye to the struggle bus CEO and actually say hello to becoming the financial freedom CEO? Because again, this is why it's so important to commit to showing up every single day, because it's so valuable to add, and you're giving yourself the time for clarity. How often do we ever get to spend time on clarity of what you really want? And if you're here, I'm going to go out on a limb. I know it's because you're actually ready. You're drawn in to becoming the financial freedom CEO. So put an FFC in the chat if you're ready to become a financial freedom CEO and you want that to happen in the second half of this year. Second half of this year, there is no time to waste. We are in the mid zone. Let's make it happen. All right, so are you ready to go? And for those of you who like to take notes, we do have the Google Doc. You were sent it today, and there's action work in there. My team can be dropping it in the link if you don't mind. They're already, and everyone again, please mute yourself, or team, can you please help with that? And we are going to, make sure that you actually put in there and create a copy of the doc so that we can have everyone have their own individual one, okay? And today you're gonna get the first sales secret that's gonna allow you to unveil your hot, ready to buy leads that you have that are actually right under your nose the whole time, okay? And how you've been looking at getting clients. I gotta tell you, you've been looking at so much of this in the wrong light, because this is what we are taught. This is what we're shown. But today, we're gonna attract quality leads that are so ready to buy that they're asking to actually work with you even before you've ever extended an offer. So put a yes in the chat if you want the leads that are actually ready to buy. Because here's the thing, contrary to what is believed, you can make a ton of money without a crazy amount of leads. All you need, right leads, right message, right mindset, right invitation. Time is one of the most valuable resources. So I'm going to cut to the chase. Can we talk about how to find the people that are already ready to buy, all while leveraging 3 critical elements for success? The 3 HQ, your headquarters, with the 3 most important departments, your head, which is how you make sales, your heart, which is how your brand is communicated, and your highest self, which is really the best version of you, your elevated mindset, and the identity that you need as a business owner. And there are 3 H's that are going to get you to the financial freedom lifestyle. This is going to be your millionaire's edge. All right, so here we have it. Fill this in. You got your action work. You got your workbook. I'm holding up mine, but I'm showing you a slide. The head, which is how you make sales. The heart, write these in there. Head, heart, highest self. The heart, which is how you communicate your brand. The highest self, which is how you operate as a business owner, your identity. This is where all of this, you hear all these things all over the place. You go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, you go to LinkedIn, all these things, but I'm going to actually tell you what they really mean to you. So let me ask you this. Do you think that the financial freedom CEO is worried about talking to everybody? Do you think the financial freedom CEO would be caught up in trying to figure out how to sell to someone who isn't even ready? No. Would the financial freedom CEO be spending time with leads that aren't even willing to pay even your lowest amount for your product or service? No. You know what that is? That's that whole struggle bus CEO. Struggle bus CEO behavior. Financial freedom CEO is focused on talking to the right people who will invest in your solution and see the value in your offerings. And they have a strategy to be able to do this. Financial freedom CEOs have an actual strategy. So, ready for secret number 1. It's that there are actually 4 types of people in the market. 4 types. And millionaires, 7-figure CEOs only sell to 2. If you signed up for this mastery series, it could mean that you're probably talking to 3 categories of buyers, or maybe even you're talking to all 4. But we're going to stop this right now. Let me repeat that. For those who have the action work, the Google Doc pulled up, can you fill in the blanks as I go along? So there's 4 categories of people in the market, and millionaires only sell to 2 of them. Only sell to 2. It's not just about volume, it's about quality, it's the right lead. So quick question for you. How many of you heard experts say that in order to make more sales, all you need to do is join another Facebook group, do more lives, do more PR, do more partnerships, do more testimonials? Well, can I tell you what that sounds a lot like to me? That is a whole lot of doing and strictly focusing only on the head position of the 3HQ. But in reality, you need to have an alignment of all 3 H's, all 3 of these H's to see massive success. Logical head, emotional heart, highest self, your energy, and your beliefs. So doing is not a successful plan. It won't help you create more leads, more clients, or more revenue. So how many of you right now believe that the problem you have is that you're not doing enough in your business to create success? Here is the really important question to ask yourself. How many of you are already doing the Facebook, Instagram lives, PR, partnerships, all these testimonials? You've got everything, and it's still not getting you the results, right? Still not getting you the results that you deserve. So if you actually really want to attract the leads that are ready to buy and are committed to doing the work, we need to get clear on who is and who isn't your ideal buyer in your market. So let's talk a little bit. What is the perfect lead and future client of yours? What do they really look like? We have to be able to identify them. We have to be able to attract them. So we have to get clear on exactly what we're looking for. So the first critical secret to sales success, there are 4 categories of people in the market. And the financial freedom CEO who sees massive success, they only sell to 2. So I know it sounds backwards because we always are like, oh, but I want to sell to everybody and 50% of your potential customers. I'm asking you to stop. You're right. Because more is not always better, and more can actually be a distraction for you. So how many, this is a great one because I actually really love, how many of you love to bake? Let's talk about a delicious cake. I'm going to add ingredients that I believe are going to be necessary and add flavor. I'm going to add flour, sugar, eggs, vanilla. All right, so how many of you would also add mushrooms, ham, garlic? No one, because why are you even doing this, Hillary? What's going on here? Why are you talking to me about adding that kind of stuff? Because that's just more ingredients, right? Well, more is not always better. I wouldn't add those things either. Why? Because I don't believe those ingredients are actually necessary to make the cake taste better. I don't believe the flavors will go well with the other flavors. I believe if I added all those things, the end result would actually be kind of gross. So what's the point? There are two types of beliefs that you use to make decisions every single day. There are positive, or what I call empowering beliefs, or negative, what I call limiting beliefs. By shifting your focus from more of every kind of lead to the better quality leads, like the better ingredients in a cake, you will actually convert more leads, bring in more revenue, and increase your profit margins. By the way, you're going to get your clients better results as well because they are your ideal client. So let's take a closer look at the 4 categories of people in the market and the beliefs they have. Myron Golden is a high-ticket business strategist, and he actually talks about it this way. He calls the first category free people. I like to call the first category a sample person. You all know sample people. That person who's going to take all the free samples, but never has an intention to actually buy. All right, so some of you, I want you to stop right now because you're already thinking about like, yeah, I know a few of those. Okay, but we're not going to go there, but you know them. And here's the thing, the sample people operate in this limiting belief. I'm not worth spending money on. So in your workbook, the first category is sample people, and they believe I'm not worth spending. Oh, we need to mute that person. I'm not worth spending money on. Myron calls the second category cheap people. I like to say the coupon people. A coupon person is the person that will take anything as long as it's discounted. And they have the limiting belief that says, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Let's debunk that myth right now. People don't buy what they can afford. They buy what they want. They buy what they want. So the first two categories of people in the market, the sample people and the coupon people, are actually not your high quality, ready to buy leads. They may keep you really busy, but if you're focusing your energy on converting the sample people and the coupon people, you're actually going to miss out on sales from the next two categories of people. So you're here right now to change your business financials. Do you want to change somebody else's life with what you offer? Then we need to start getting in front of leads who are the third and the fourth category. How much better will your entrepreneurial life be when you can actually do what you set out to, impact the lives of the right people? How much better when you're attracting the right committed team members that want to be a part of it, the right partnerships, the right opportunities. So important. And so Myron calls the third category fee people. I like to think of this group as the expense people. An expense person is a person who is willing to pay an expense for something of value. And if you're a VIP ticket holder, you are an expense person. You are willing to pay because you believe this live mastery series would somehow accelerate your breakthroughs. And the expense people operate with the empowering belief that money is an exchange of value. Money is an exchange of value. So for the workbook, the third category, expense people, and they believe money is an exchange of value. So on to the fourth and final category of people in the market. And then there's these pre-people, or what I call the investment people. An investment person invests in themselves. They plant seeds today that will impact their future. These are people who are willing to invest in the things they know will change their life, their business, so that they can actually attract the investment clients. An investment person has the belief that money is an exchange of energy. And they understand the belief that where your energy goes, your money flows. The last category, again, grab that workbook, is investment people. And they believe money is an exchange of energy. So if you're looking to scale your business, You want to be spending your time with the expense people and the investment people. So I'm going to coach you a little bit here, okay? When was the last time that you actually invested in you? When was the last time that you were an expense person or an investment person? In order to attract the people in these top two categories, you actually need to be the person in those two categories with empowering beliefs like money is an exchange of value and money is an exchange of energy. I'll give you the exact secret to becoming irresistible to these two categories. We're going to talk about this on Monday. So write that down, Monday's session. But what I can tell you right now is that in order to grow my business to the next level, I actually currently have 3 coaches. I invest because I know that in order to grow my business and attract the investment people, that I need to be operating as that investment person. And I also understand that time is valuable. And if I can shorten my time to the market, actually gets me to my financial freedom goals faster. So at the end of this live, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to share what I like to call fire opportunity with you. And that is to become an investment person in our signature course. We have it. It's called the Fired Up Entrepreneur. So stay tuned because I will be bringing this to you. And I'm actually so excited about it that there's changes, there's enhancements, it's going to be incredible. So we've covered the 4 categories of people in the market: sample people, coupon people, expense people, and investment people. Tell me in the chat, what 2 categories are you ready to buy leads in, to actually invest in? What are you ready? Which are the 2 leads that you're all in with? Expense people, investment people, investment, expense. Yes, yes, yes. And I could keep going. Yes, yes, yes. Because this is what really makes an impact, and you're all getting it. So are you, if I'm going to ask you this quick question, are you currently focusing your time on those 2 categories? Are you? One of the biggest mistakes that I see entrepreneurs make is that they really aren't sure what category of people their leads are in. And guess what it does? It leads to hours upon hours upon hours of wasted time. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to pull people into sales calls or bring them onto, into your offer when they're just never going to buy. And again, they may love all your free stuff. They may love everything that you're putting out there. But your time, money, that's energy. So Warren Buffett says you can't make a good deal with a bad person. Can't make a good deal with a bad person. But here's the thing. Kevin O'Leary says, he's one of the actual sharks from Shark Tank. He says, it pains me to see good entrepreneurs choose bad prospects. How good is that? I like to say the quality of your leads determines the sales you will receive. So let's talk a little bit about how to flush out the leads that are unqualified without losing the ones that are. I want you to take a few minutes, just maybe even a couple minutes. Identify 10 names, 2 names, 3 names, whatever you can do right now from your list, from the people that you are working with, people that you have, your action work doc. Pull that up again. Go ahead and head to question number 4 on day 1. You can use the space provided. But let's start to sort through a small list of leads that you already have. I want you to find names of up to 10 leads. If you have a list of 10,000, fantastic. You might have far more than this. If you have a list of like 10, great. We're going to blow those out. We know that 85% of leads on your list are going to be category 1 and 2. Those sample people and coupon people. It doesn't matter what size your list is. We want to clearly identify the category 3 and 4 people. So let's be strategic. I want you to check the 3 fastest places that you're most likely to find your category 3 and 4 people, those expense and investment people. We're going to work through on the call right now. Okay. And I want, oh, we got to mute. Right now, I want you to really think about, go through, look at your Instagram right now, look at your Facebook, look at your LinkedIn. Who is really working with you? Let's work through the process together now, okay? Because this is what it means to be master of something. So the first place we're going to check are the leads that have interacted and engaged with you on social media. Okay, look at the names. Just go there right now. Grab your phone, go to your computer. Just look. And I'm giving you, I'm walking you through this so that this becomes I got to be doing this. You got to be doing this. I don't care if you have a massive team or if you're a solopreneur, you got to be doing this. Have to be doing this yourself. Who are these people? Identifying them. The second place that you're going to check are the most recent names of leads who have opted into a free resource. Okay, it may have been downloads, attendance from your last event. It could be, clicked on your email. But as a CEO, as this financial freedom CEO, I want you to understand that everyone is but I got someone to do this, but I do that. No, you have to be aware of this because that's what it really means. This is how we scale. We as the CEO, the FFC, this is what we do. The last place I want you to check are names of people who have made a purchase. Here's the thing. It doesn't have to be $1,000, $10,000, $25,000, $50,000. Have they spent $9.97 with you? Have they spent something? And you're going to give yourself a minute or so, just heads down right now. Again, this is about if I don't have you do a little right now, put one down. One down. So put in the chat. Yeah, I've got 1, I got 2, I got 3, 10. I want you to really be thinking about this. Okay? Let's see. Josie, awesome. Awesome. You got to be thinking about this. You got to be looking. You got to be analyzing. You got, what do they say? They say, what you focus on grows. So we got to be aware. Really analyzing each and every one of the people that come in contact with you. Perfect. Good job. Okay, so you're going to continue to gather names later this evening, but does everyone have at least the beginning here? Because I want you to be putting that into your workbook. Okay, now I want to give you 3 major questions so that you can get answers that will help you know if any of the leads on your list are category 3 or category 4. This is going to allow you to save hours upon hours of time because it's going to give you the ability to be strategic. Turn that off now.
It's time for me to take.
Oh my God. Can I just tell you, you guys are being awesome. This is so great, but thank you. That was really fun. And it really did. It just increased. I'm seeing Michelle laugh. This is so good, Vicki. Yes, this is great. So once you have the answers to the questions I'm going to be giving you, 3 major questions, you're going to know that these are your highest quality, ready to buy leads. Okay? So we are moving and grooving here, everyone. Question number 1, is the lead, I'm talking to the decision maker. You guys, it doesn't matter if you've been doing sales for 10, 15, 20, 30, however long. I can't tell you how many people are like, well, I'm talking to someone. Well, if you're not talking to the decision maker, that this actually means that they have the authority We want decision makers have the actual authority. We want you to talk to them because they're going to be able to make your life much easier when they say, yeah, I want this. I want to buy. I want to do it. You don't want to spend all your time forming a strong relationship with someone only for them to tell you that they're going to need to talk to their partner, talk to their spouse, talk to somebody else. Take notice of their title. Does it say founder, CEO? If the answer is yes, there's a good chance they are going to be the decision maker, but you never know unless you ask. So fill in the blank in your workbook. First question is this lead a decision maker? Okay, is this lead a decision maker? Yes, it may sound basic, but let's remember, why are we here? Foundation. By day 5, you are going to be like, whoa, so glad I remember that part. So here are some possible ways you can start to open up the conversation around this. You have to ask them open-ended questions where they have the opportunity to tell you about their business. It might sound something, and by the way, if you have people doing this every once in a while, you need to be getting on those original calls. You need to be hearing from your people, understanding that. So you could say, hey there, if this is some email or something, thanks for interacting, commenting, sharing whatever they've done with my content. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your business and what inspired you to get started. Hear that? What inspired you? Because generally, what you're going to find, most business owners will tell you that they started the company from the beginning of the conversation. They'll actually let you know, and you're going to get a really good sense right away on 2 things: why they started it, heart, why, and you're going to get a sense of their decision maker. So you might get a response that says, my business partner and I got started back in 2020, and now you know. Now you know exactly what they need. And potentially the business partner you need to be getting involved with. How is that person involved in this? You got to ask the questions. Too many people assume. Assumptions kill sales. Assumptions kill sales. Here's another common response. Back in 2020, I jumped into an entrepreneurship and things have been hard, but my husband has been really supportive. If a person mentions a spouse, at some point, it's going to be super important to ask them if that person is going to need more information, if you can help share additional, if you potentially could even ask if there's something more, what else can we get on a call together? Anything, but you let them guide you, right? Another strategy that you can use to find out if they are the decision makers is to use the assumptive close. So you could say, hey, thanks for registering for our upcoming masterclass. We're finalizing some amazing bonuses for all of the attendees. And as a CEO, what would you find most supportive? And here's the thing, generally, most people will correct you and say, well, no, actually I am, and they'll say it. But if they aren't the CEO, sometimes you're going to get additional answers that could value you as well. But you have to keep asking because it's super important that we want to make sure who you're talking to. So let's move to number 2. Okay, let's move to number 2. And again, what you've got is you've got these questions that I want you to be thinking about. And then what you're going to be able to do is ask them, be able to get them to understand, like, hey, have they invested before? The names that you collected from people who made a purchase with you, right? Have they done anything with you? Any type of value, money that was transferred, anything. That's where you can say, yeah, if they've started to enter in and it's much easier once you've had a yes to be able to then go back to them and say, they bought before, right? They've invested. So have they invested with you? And here is one of the biggest, best ways to begin that conversation. Ask them a goal question. And then a response. You say, what are the goals? They respond and you can say, well, that's a really amazing goal. What have you tried so far to help you make that happen? What have you tried? And again, these are, things that I have been doing for a gazillion years. These are things that I know work. You just have to memorize them, put them in, get comfortable, because generally people might explain the actions they've been taking, but it could look something like, well, I've been trying to get better at posting social media. Do you know if this person has invested before? Because from this response, you really don't, right? But not yet. And this is where you don't back down. So you need to ask a follow-up question. And I'd say something like, that's a great strategy. Consistency can definitely impact the amount of engagement. I know there's a lot of great courses out there on creating engaging social media content. Are you familiar with any of them? And at this point, the response usually is generally more specific. Nope, haven't had one. Or, yeah, you know what? I have. I've tried this, I've tried that. And then you can always ask them, what'd you like about it? Real estate, realtors. Hey, you've worked with someone in the past. What'd you like about them? What really stood out? What didn't? So give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're following me here. Let's keep moving to the third question. Does this lead have a want and a need for what I offer? You need to identify if they have both, a want and a need. Someone can absolutely want something, but if they don't need it, you're going to have a harder time making the sale. If someone needs it, but doesn't actually want it, that's also going to be harder. That's a hard one. But fill in the blank in your workbook. Want and need for what I offer. Does this lead? Because I got to tell you, really interesting, and I have been doing this for a long time. What if she says, I really want to get a place of having, I want to get this place of having consistent clients. And my ideal would be to have 5 or 6 per month. Well, we know immediately that that's her want. What follow-up question could you ask the lead to find out if she has a need for what you offer? Tell me in the chat. What do you think? What could you ask as a follow-up? You already know that she wants 5 leads. Let's see. The lead told us how to generate clients now. What are you currently doing to get them? Exactly. These are things that, how do you generally get clients now? The lead said how to generate clients now. We're trying to figure out about the current system she has in place to see if our services would actually be a good solution for her. The lead says a bad month, 1, a good month, 3. Now that wasn't exactly a response to the question we asked, but the lead told me that what her goal was, what she wanted, and then through follow-up conversations, continuing to ask, not assuming anything, we could then ask another follow-up question about her strategy. Do you drive leads to book a call with you? Use online events? Are you largely referral-based? Why did we ask that? Because as the CEO and the business owner, I need to make sure my service or offer can actually help her with her problem. So again, I want to get so specific. I want to be leading down the path of yes, no, you're not, you are. Making sense? Let me know if this is making sense. Because this live mastery series is about mastering strategy. And it's easy when you start to learn these things to actually make the sales to the right people, right message, right high level energy, right invitation to your offer, right? So if I look here, today you focused on the right people you just identified. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a deep dive into the right messaging. And on Monday, we're going over the right energy to make high level sales. Tuesday, you'll be talking about the right invitation for the people you identified. So I want you to use the key from question 3 in your action work doc. If you can identify that a lead has invested before, you know already that they are your category 4 people, your investment people. There are also leads that have invested in other programs. If you can identify a yes to at least one of the other 2, questions, one of them, they are a decision maker, or they have a want, need for your offer, then I would put them in category 3, your expense people. Okay? So now, as we are really trying to tie this up, the more accurately you can qualify your leads, the more consistently you're going to be able to accelerate your sales. All right? This is the millionaire's edge. This is how financial freedom CEOs go about making 6-7 figure leaps. So I've had a few entrepreneurs say, I'm still not entirely sure if they are the decision maker, if they've invested, if they have a want, a need. And by the way, that's okay, because you can find the answers to your 3 major questions through the conversation that you have with those. You can keep going at them with your emails, social DMs. You have questions that you have them fill out before they book a call with you. So important. Go back and review those. The numbers of sales that you make is a direct reflection of how many conversations you're having with leads. How many conversations do you think you need to have before they will be interested? Conversations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now it's actually 20 plus touch points. Forget about conversations. It's amazing. Patricia, yes. So today you learned exactly how to handpick. You got to do the action work. You got to pick those ready to buy leads. You've learned the millionaire secret, that there are 4 types of people in the market, and you should only be selling to 2 of them, only be selling to 2. They're the sample people, the coupon people, the expense people, the investment people. And you now know that financial freedom CEOs only sell to those 2 categories, 3 and 4. You discovered the 3 places to find your highest quality leads, your social media engagers, your leads who have opted in, the people who have purchased. And you've discovered the 3 major questions. The 3 major questions that also are incredibly important. And you've discovered that these are they decision maker? Have they invested? Do they have a want, need? Again, we've got to be hammering these. We've got to be continuing to ask that, okay? So for those of you who are on this call live right now, I want you to right now commend yourself, because you are committing the time to growth. Growth is part of the highest self. I call it the G zone. So my team is going to be dropping a secret link to a Google Doc with those question prompts reviewed, because just a minute will help you uncover the answers to these 3 critical questions just by asking one question from your lead. And you can only get the link to this document when you're on this live Zoom. And we're going to be adding additional resources like this throughout the week, throughout the 5 days that we are putting out there, the 5 game-changing secrets. So you've walked away with a list of multiple qualified that you should be attacking, going after, talking to. These are the ones that we are identifying as these are high-level opportunities. We want you focusing on these. And I'd even say it was very, again, this has been so productive because you have to give yourself the space and time to go through these. Tomorrow, we're going to be diving into the millionaire secret, being heard by using the right message. And tomorrow is jam-packed. Bring everything you can, stay focused. I got a lot tomorrow, okay? I want to make sure that you are well on your way to the FFC. And I want you right now to be thinking that this is about winning the hearts and minds through an unforgettable message, okay? And as we bring today's session to a close, tell me in the poll, what was your biggest takeaway? This helps me actually, and I'm not seeing it. Yep. Tell me, what is it? Go ahead and fill it out. Are you seeing it right now? Yes? Awesome. Tell me what it is. Was it discovering that there are 4 categories of leads in the market? Was it learning the 3 questions you need to ask to identify if a lead is category 3 or 4? Was it identifying 10 ready to buy leads, or perhaps 1 or 2? But hey, we got to start somewhere, that you weren't previously focused on. Look at that. Awesome. 30 more seconds. Very, very good. Okay, wow. Number 2, wasn't learning 3 questions. That is a blowout. Blowout. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so at this point, everyone, super excited to have all of you continue on to tomorrow. So at this point, VIPers, we're going to be diving into a deeper conversation today. Concepts. I'm going to be answering your specific business questions. So let's take 5 minutes for those that still want to become a VIP, go over, make this happen. Thank you, everyone, all the different places we're coming in. Thank you for being here. And I will see you again tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific. And that would be 12 noon Eastern. And again, VIPers, I will be back in 5. Take care, everyone. So good having you.